Well, hello, Garland Gabbers, and welcome to this very special edition of the Garland Gab. It's just the three of us today, myself, Conor, Sarah, and Carly. And we are here to talk about something very special. As any Judy Garland, self-respecting Judy Garland fan will know, next year is Miss Garland's centenary. I can never say that word right, centenary. Born in 1922, and next year is 2022 or 2022. So Miss Garland would have been 100 next year. And well, we don't know exactly what's going to happen next year, but we know for sure at the moment, one of the things planned is an official Judy Garland fragrance in full cooperation with Judy Garland Heirs Trust or her estate, which is Lorna, Liza and Joe. And thanks to the fabulous Susan, one of our viewers, who also appeared on a podcast with us, we have gotten our little mitts on the samples for the Judy Garland fragrance. And we are going to talk about these today. So for anybody who isn't familiar, what am I trying to say? So for anybody who isn't familiar with it, the estate partnered with a number of magazines in the US where they put A, B and C with the three sample fragrances, the three kind of final choices for what the fragrance could be. It is to be a unisex fragrance, we believe, and you could have a smell of all three of them and then scan the little barcode and vote for your favorite one, and that's going to end up being the official Judy Garland fragrance. So will we jump right in and have a chat?
Let's jump in. Let's dive in.
I will start by saying that they smelt very different when first opening them. They all smell very similar, very lemony, and as I left them for a little bit, they got their own individual smells. Is what I'll say.
Yeah, I found the A was the most lemony. It really smelled very strong lemon. It also sounds. It also smells like a very womanly fragrance. Like that one doesn't seem very unisex to me, but. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I will start out by saying I don't wear perfume. I actually really dislike perfume, but I will obviously be buying this just for Judy. But A and B smelt the most similar to me. C smelt the most unisex. When I first smelled it, it kind of reminded me a little bit of a soap called Irish Spring, which is oddly enough a man's soap. So, it's really nice. I like them.
Yeah, and I will say that I'm the opposite of Carly. I love fragrance. I love both perfume and I love aftershave, as we call it here. There's cologne in other parts. Yeah. I agree. They all smelled lemony when I first opened them. Yeah, A smelled the freshest when I first smelt it. Mm-hmm. B smelled to me the most old woman-y. Sorry, like it was the most similar to some of the fragrances Judy wore, and I totally agree that C smelled the most unisex, but it reminded me a lot of smells I like men's aftershaves and some women's perfumes. We're not saying yet which ones we voted for, are we, and why?
We can do. Do you want to? Are we going to say it?
Might as well.
Do you want to say it now, or we'll keep it till the end?
I'll keep it to the end.
Okay.
Yeah, I did change my favourite over time, so I'll say why in the end.
Okay.
Yeah, there's my little overview.
Because I didn't open because again, for anyone who isn't sure, they're like little kind of tab things there. I didn't open mine straight away because I hadn't. You opened yours first and had said that they smelt almost the same initially. So I opened them and left them. So maybe I should have smelled them first. I don't know. But like for me, I think I agree with you. When I smell them, C does seem to be the most unisex one. It's the one that reminds me the most of kind of similar aftershaves that I'd have, or colognes. I do like aftershaves and colognes, by the way. I'm just not probably a connoisseur of them. I just kind of go and buy, that smells nice, I'll get it. That's about it for me. Yeah, A to me, it's amazing how smell is so different for everyone. A to me is the little bit more of the vintagey one to me. And I could almost smell little bits of tobacco, almost kind of a hint of a tobacco in there. I don't mean a smoke, but actual tobacco in there.
I can actually smell that too now that you say that.
Isn't that funny?
That's weird. Yeah.
See, mine, it smells completely different. It's weird, isn't
Does
it? But I've got a really, really sensitive sense of smell. So you think I'll pick up on it, but I don't know. I don't know. It smells a bit soapy to me. Yeah, it smells a bit like soap. It's like smelling an Avon magazine, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why my nose didn't pick up on that, but it is quite sensitive, so I don't know. But
and I must
maybe
say,
that's...
Go on.
I was just going to say, maybe that's why I haven't picked up on it, because it is quite sensitive. Maybe it overrides it in smells.
And it's funny because when I was smelling them, my first question to Martin was, do you think A is unisex or not? We had a big debate as to whether it was unisex.
It smells very feminine. And to me, so I actually have a sample bottle of Magritte, which is a perfume that that Judy loved to wear.
Can I just add in a little bit of tidbit?
Yeah, go for it.
You never know, it might come across in a competition in the future. I wear, I'm going to say it in a really horrible accent, Marguerite, with this horrible accent. I wear that for every podcast. I actually don't like it, sorry. But I wear it because it makes me feel close to Judy.
Yes. And actually, it's funny because I was going to say I don't really like it either. But I wanted to get it because, well, actually, my Chelsea, who was on for our Judy and Jean podcast, she sent me a sample bottle for Christmas. And I'd always wanted to smell it. And it's very overpowering. Like, it is so strong. And it really smells, first of all, it smells vintage. It smells like an old lady. But it's another one that if you leave it for a little while, like the smells really come through and settle really nicely. And it kind of reminds me very much of A, B, and C, where it settles and it's a little bit more quiet but elegant. And yeah, I think A actually reminds me the most of Magritte.
Was that the one? Me and Sarah had this thing many years ago where I was lamenting that nobody sent letters anymore. So Sarah sent me a letter, and you sprayed it in a perfume. Which one was that?
It was, again, ignore the pronunciation. It was Gerivians. That was, Gerivian. That was the perfume that the members of the fan club bought here. It was another one of her favourites, but it's not documented as much as some of the others. And that, again, was another one that it was horrible at first, but then once it settled, it was really nice.
Because what I was going to say was that I kept that letter in like a pile of things, just say like in something like that, like for a long time. And for weeks, I could smell that perfume, like in the room.
I keep my little sample bottle of Magritte. I keep it on my dresser in my bedroom. So every once in a while, I'll just get a whiff of Judy. But it's nice though. Like when it settles, it has like a hint of like the way I described it is like cinnamon flower. Like you get like a little bit of a spice with a floral scent. And yeah, it kind of reminds me a little bit of A.
Okay.
And I found B most similar.
A.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Hey. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I found B the most similar to it. Isn't this crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm obviously just smelling completely different things.
To be honest, I don't remember what B smells like. So
I just remember I wasn't keen. I just remember that. But anyway.
But yes, all really nice smells. They were, I don't know, I'm not sure if it was what I was expecting or not. To be honest, I don't know what I was expecting from the fragrances. Same. But they're all just so very similar. It's really, really hard to know.
Can we? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. To know like which way to go, because we're gonna be happy no matter what fragrance is picked. You know, honestly, just the fact that we are going to have this, I cannot wait to see the bottle. I just want it right now.
That's kind of what I was going to say. I was going to say shout out to this artwork because I'm obsessed with it. Like that whole, like it's from Mr. Monotony, but it's the Get Happy, you know, fedora and everything. It's just fabulous. Love this. I hope the bottle is like a little Judy in this outfit. So shall we reveal what we voted for?
I guess so.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Sarah, you go first.
Yeah.
I voted for C. I was originally going to vote for A because on first sniff, should I say it was the most fresh, and as she says, it was the most feminine. But as I let it settle, I grew to love C because it was the most unisex, and this is supposed to be a unisex fragrance, so I think that makes it available for all. And also, as I've said, I am obsessed with aftershave. I love the smell of it on men. And I also I can see it, I can feel it as a perfume as well. I would probably wear that more than the others. And then I will say that my least favourite was B for the many reasons I've said. But there you go, I had to change, so I've settled on C. But it doesn't matter which one that wins, I will still be buying it.
Well said, Sarah.
Yes.
So I voted for A. My reasoning was because it had the strongest citrus scent, and I really do love a citrus smell. It was the most feminine, and I think it's the most, it's the closest one that I would assume encompasses Judy Garland. Like I said, it reminded me of Mag Leaf. Yes, it was strong, but so was Judy.
Nice.
Well, I think I have voted the same as one of you. And who I voted the same as is Carly.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Sarah.
No. I voted for A as well, simply because you've kind of pretty much said it, Carly, but like on balance, I kind of felt that A had that more of a vintage smell, and that kind of, yes, it is strong. I agree, it is. And after much debate, I have settled on it that it is unisex, but just because it was a little bit more vintage, in the best possible way, I went with that one.
So what did everybody else vote for?
Yeah, let us know in the comments. And I guess we're all super excited to see how this pans out. And when it becomes available next year, I'm sure a little bit of that, take that out as well. And when it becomes available next year, I'm sure there'll be fans all over the world who will be making purchases.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And thank you so much to Susan, obviously, for sending this again. That was, I mean, considering all three of us were literally like, you know, running all over the place trying to figure out how we were going to get it. It was really nice of you to send it to us. And yeah, thank you very much. And oh God, I don't know if I can pronounce his name. How do you say
yeah.
Is it Vincenzo Spinato?
I just call him Vince Spinato, me.
Vince Spinato. So
yeah.
Thank you so much, Vince Spinato, for giving us this opportunity to vote and for creating this magnificent scent that we have no doubt is going to give us a look into Judy Garland. Or a smell.
Thank you.
Into
Thank you.